Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of what I learned on my MBA today. And today I actually had the slightly shocking experience of seeing how, through a different perspective, what things that I thought were completely confused can actually seem very well planned, which is quite strange since we're actually talking about what I want to do after the MBA. I had my first meeting with Stephanie, our careers advisor, and I'd always thought that really I still have no idea what I want to do when I grow up, as it were. But having spoken to Stephanie, she was in the surprising thing was how much I actually did know what I want, because she was taking a different perspective at it, which is that I was thinking in terms of job titles, job roles, and who knows, whereas what she was looking at was the fact that I have certain very clear ideas of what I really like, particularly building great products that will make customers actually happy and improve their lives, and also that I have a very strong sense of the importance of treating employees properly. In fact, the more I think about past experiences, and especially things where it's not actually that employers were necessarily being that bad, but that my own fears and concerns meant that I allowed myself to get sidetracked easily into very negative ways of thinking. That's making me quite cross because it's such a waste of time being upset about things, and it got very bad. So now realizing what that's doing, it means a lot to me to help other people avoid or get out of that situation. Coming back to the strength scope, which is it's not quite psychometrics, but it's looking at what dimensions of stuff, basically, you get energized by or fatigued by, as opposed to necessarily being hugely good at or bad at. Strength scope takes the approach that your strengths are things that you enjoy, even if you still find them hard. So, for example, the first thing that I want to really focus on in terms of development is my emotional resilience, because I think that building up that will have a huge positive effect on many areas of my life, probably all, as well as giving me more ability to actually put myself out there, because I'll know that I can actually deal with things occasionally going wrong, which they do. So that's, I think, a critical thing. But what we found was on my strength scope report, emotional resilience is actually quite high, which suggests that it doesn't. So I was asking, well, how does this mean that, according to this, I'm already very good at it because I don't feel that way? And no, it's more that it's something that I connect with on a subconscious level. So developing it should at least be fun and hopefully straightforward and productive. Plus, it's interesting that the emotional resilience ties into various other things that I find very enjoyable, interesting. And courage. Courage. I was very surprised. One of my higher strengths. Certainly something that I haven't used as much as I ought to have at work. Also, critical thinking, which I think no one who knows me is surprised that that's one that comes out very strongly. And a couple of others as well. Maybe we should do one of these videos actually, taking a look at that in more detail, because it is a very interesting framework, and it's one that has certainly kicked off a lot of thinking on my part, because it's a different way of looking at what you can do, what you're good at, and what you like. So that's quite interesting. Also curious to see that things that came out very low on the strength scope, for instance, optimism, no huge surprise there. But it's apparently, it often links that people who are high on things like critical thinking, reasoning, general sort of political awareness of what's going on in the current affairs tend not to be particularly optimistic because they tend to be more realistic. I guess it comes back to the old saying that, how does it go? A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist. So there you go, or what an idealist calls a realist. So whichever way around the saying goes, it works either way. I have to say I'm slightly dreading our next case study because it looks like we're going to have to do a certain level of mathematical analysis of throughput rates and cycle times, and that's significantly more involved and in-depth than our case studies have been to date. So that's going to be interesting, and I'm trying to catch up on that and really get my head around it tomorrow in time for Monday, as well as finish my personal development assignment and hand it in through this fun Turnitin anti-plagiarism software, which I don't think there's actually that much I have to do on it, but it can be a bit of an involved process apparently, actually handing stuff in the first place. So that we've got that to look forward to, and that's going to be tomorrow. So exciting times, and see you again soon. Thanks for watching, and good night.